Hey guys, welcome to SuperMarcelWorld. So welcome to another retro review, and this time it's for Freddy's Dead, the 6th installment in the Nightmare on Elm Street series. It's 1991 and Freddy returns for one last nightmare. They mean it this time, or so we thought. But this time it was in 3D. Now every film series has its weakest installment, and when it comes to Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Dead is definitely it. Well, at least that's what I think, but it doesn't mean it isn't any fun.
Every town has an Elm Street.
The story. All of Springwood's teenagers and children are wiped out, and the remaining adults have totally lost their minds. But there's one remaining teenager with memory loss who is haunted by Freddy in his dreams. With the help of a few other troubled teenagers, he tries to find his roots and to find the reason why Freddy is after him. What I like. Creativity. Even though it's Freddy's weakest film, you've gotta admire it for its creativity. Freddy doesn't kill one person with his glove, and while that might be a negative thing, all the other kills are pretty damn insane. Which is good. The spike bed, Carlos's hearing aid, the video game kill, it's pretty nuts. Familiar faces. We've got Yvette Koto from Alien, shock rocker Alice Cooper, Roseanne Barr, Tom Arnold, and even a small cameo for Johnny Depp, who played Glenn in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Different. Now, say what you want about Freddy's Dead, but it tries something new, which is good. Well, not all of it is good, but we'll get back to that. You know, I like a lot of aspects of the story. I like Springwood running out of teens. It's awesome to imagine that Freddy just really got them all. I also like certain aspects of Freddy's backstory. I like the remaining adults that have lost their minds, and also Tracy's abusive background. Mixed feelings. We dive into Freddy's backstory, and while there are a lot of things that are interesting, there are a lot of things that we're better off not knowing. You know, I always say less is more, and the more they show us of Freddy's background and how he got to be what he is, the more magic it takes away. You don't really need to know everything, do we? We learn that Freddy has had a wife and that he even has a daughter. Personally, I would have preferred Freddy to have neither of those. I would prefer Freddy to be a loner. Somebody no one ever cared for. Somebody that didn't know any kind of love and never had any kind of love. Who was just so dark, evil and twisted. Yeah, that sounds like Freddy to me. Definitely. We also learn how Freddy came back from the dead and where he got his powers from. Apparently, he got them from 3 flying snake-like creatures called the Dream Demons. Yeah! And that's just one of those things I really don't want to know. I didn't really like the concept of those 3 flying creatures. You're better off not knowing. How did Freddy come back from the dead? How did he enter those kids' dreams? Where did he get those powers from?
Kung Fu this, bitch!
What I don't like. Freddy's makeup. Come on, this was really crappy. It looked rubbery, it looked fake, it looked like something out of a toy store. The cast. Now, let's just get it out of the way. The cast is absolutely terrible. I know horror films are not known for their best actors, but you know, this one was really pushing it. Especially Lisa Sane. She was really bad. The video game kill. Now this is the scene where the franchise hits its lowest point. It's neck to neck to Super Freddy from part 5. Spencer ends up in a video game, being controlled by Freddy Krueger. And it's just unimaginable that there's no one during production who said, you know, guys, maybe this is too much. Maybe we shouldn't do this. That scene really hurts my eyes.
Nice hearing from you, Carlos.
Most magical moment. This is easily the best part about the film, and you know, it might be one of the better kills in the franchise. Freddy plays with Carlos's handicap, his deaf ear. Freddy mutates Carlos's hearing aid that pumps up the volume like 100 times or something. I know it's crazy, but it's awesome. Every small tiny drop or sound makes this deafening to Carlos, a torture to Carlos. And you know, Freddy being Freddy, he just has fun with it and he torments him until, you know, his head explodes. Oh yeah. Did you know? Robert Shea, the guy in the booth selling the bus ticket at the beginning of the film, is series producer Robert Shea. Dream Transport. This film uses that shiny Dream Transport glow. We only saw this once before, where Nancy's father, Detective Thompson, enters the dream world. And that same effect is used in Freddy's Dead. I thought it was pretty cool that they reused that effect. Alice's son. In one of the earlier scripts, this film was supposed to focus on Jacob Johnson, son of Alice Johnson from Nightmare 4 and 5.
Oh, you think I'm your daddy? Wrong!
Overall, in my opinion, this is the weakest one in the franchise, followed closely by Nightmare 5. But even with its weaknesses, Freddy's Dead is a lot of fun. Englund is once again having a blast as Freddy Krueger, and you can clearly tell he's having a lot of fun, and it never gets old seeing Englund doing what he does best. He is definitely the film's main attraction. The film has some pretty cool effects, a few great dream sequences, a few really crazy kills. And you just gotta love the cameos. But unfortunately, most of the time this film is just way too goofy. It might have been a lot better if they kept it darker, more serious, just throw out a lot of those comical notes, and maybe you would have a pretty decent final film. The final act, the final battle is nice, but it's nothing special. I guess they wanted to make it special by filming it in 3D. For his final battle, you kind of want something bigger, something more spectacular. Oh, and one more thing. One really cool thing about this film is the credits, and that's not even a joke. The credits feature a montage of Freddy's finest, bloodiest and craziest moments with a really terrific song by Iggy Pop titled Why Was I Born? It's really cool. I give Freddy's Dead 2.5 out of 5 You're Fucked maps. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for watching. How do you feel about Freddy's Dead? Are you like me and do you think it's the weakest one in the series? Or do you actually love it? Let me know below what you think. If you have the time, hit the like button, subscribe button, maybe check out some of my other videos. And of course, as always, I hope to see you back next time. Bye!